It might be the day of reckon. I'm here at T-Mobile. It's way down there, and they got a bunch of handicap spots, and I don't know why. They got so many damn handicap spots over here, man. There's Five Guys back there, too. I've never been. I'm about to check that out after I get done. But I might go up in there and get this Galaxy Note 4 for T-Mobile. I'm done with Sprint, man. I've been there strong 10 years, and it's just not working out for us. My goal was to get something cheaper, but I'm not even going to go with the cheaper plan. I'm going to probably go with that unlimited 80 gig data, whatever. I think I did all this a month ago. I did it. I went there and they told me that pretty much I would pay $1.17 for the Note. I mean, $1.17 for the S5, and I'll pay $1.21 for the Note. So it's like a couple bucks difference. So it's like, what do I do? I'm not waiting for the S5, 6 or whatever. I was thinking about it, but I'm trying to really avoid that whole, buy the phone and spend all that money. And I missed the deal on Black Friday where the S5 was zero, it was free. So I missed it on that. But I'm about to go in here and see what happens. I'm done with Sprint, man. That's just how I am. Like, I've been there too long. They gave me the Airwave thing, which does work. The phone it does work better in the house now, but I shouldn't have to do all that. I should have to have another piece of technology for my phone to work in my damn house. And I've always had reception issues in my house with Sprint. But I'm about to go see what's up in here. And I really didn't want to get a T-Mobile because I wanted something in my area. And this is like not even 15 minutes from my house. Whereas all the other ones on the other side of town, I didn't want to have to go, like, something happens to my phone, I got to go all the way across town to go handle that. And that was actually an issue with Sprint because damn, I got cut off in the middle of the damn video from a phone call. Trash, man. Anyways, well, yeah, because Sprint shut down their, store, and it was a full service store. They shut that down and made it just a regular retail. And now that store's gone, so I got to go to the mall to, deal with issues with my phone. And if I have an issue, like I need repairs, I got to go all the way across town, which is annoying as hell. And I want them days to be over. So I'm going to find out if this is actually a full service store as well. That'll be perfect if this T-Mobile is. But we about to go in here and see what the deal is. So I am at Five Guys for the first time, checking it out, and got my free peanuts. They got peanuts, I guess they give you while you wait for your food. Doesn't seem nothing really special here. It's just burgers and fries. Nothing, it's not Red Robin's. I'm just saying. But anyways, I did get my new phone. I went with the that S5. I went with the S5. Leaving Sprint, I'm on my S4 right now from Sprint, and this is the first time I ever have to do this because normally I either get rid of my phone or I trade it in, and I didn't do that. And the dude looked out for me. I guess when you switch from Sprint or whatever, you gotta take your phone too, or you just gotta give them some trash throwaway phone that you had from 1997. That's a flip phone, but I didn't have either one with me, and I didn't want to give my phone to be there because it's another device to use. For freaking streaming music, movies or whatever, all that. So I didn't want to give it up anyways. And they wouldn't take it anyways because the screen was a little cracked. But so he looked out for me on there. I was gonna debate between getting the you see the app right there. Yeah, you know what we about to do. I was debating on getting between I said, and that's cool. I bought this Pro version on the Sprint on my S4, and that transferred over perfectly. That's cool. That I don't have to rebuy this app. That's off the chain right there. But yeah, everything's transferring over cool. Signing in was cool. They canceled my other service. I guess I gotta get my bill from Sprint from my cancellation, bring it back to T-Mobile, and they will give me a little gift card that says everything off the bat I can tell is gonna be a better service. The 4G on your cell phones is faster than your internet, and I have Verizon Fios, so we'll see how that goes. But so far so good. Everything, all my apps transferred over so far. I probably had to sign in everything all over again, which is gay. I don't want to do that, but I gotta remember all them passwords and passcodes to all these different apps that I have to re-sign into. One thing that was cool is that T-Mobile offers the unlimited music, the hotspot things. I got boys with T-Mobile that are actually using their cell phones to power their Xbox Ones and all that, like their tablets, all that. Like literally, they don't have internet at home. They use their phone for everything. And let's see how that works. The guy told me that they would not throttle me with the plan that I have. All right, just a minute.
Actually, Cajun fries, them shits look spicy as hell.
So, oh damn, drink look hot. See how these fries looking. Pretty good. Packyville. Yeah, this is pretty good. Fries. I normally don't like fries from places like this, but it's alright so far. Back to the phone. Yeah, I had to get out of Sprint, man. It was doing too much. I had to go. The internet, the data being so slow. Now I'm getting 4G right now, but I'm literally like right across the street from the T-Mobile store. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But when I was with Sprint, I can count the number of times. Literally, I was in actual 4G. Like I literally can count the number of times because I was normally in 3. And if I was in 4, I had 1 bar. It's funny because I was on Sprint and they're on their Facebook page and they're all like, well, give me your number and we'll see what we can do and yada yada yada. And I'm like, it ain't even worth it, man. I'm bouncing. Another reason why I am bouncing is because that app you saw me open up at the beginning, Verizon, they actually watched what you download and all that, and content issues, and when you use your cell phone, you don't have those problems. So that's another reason why I'm hopping on the T-Mobile bandwagon. I do know that T-Mobile is not perfect. I do expect to have some issues, but hopefully just let me keep my 4G at least 75% of the time. I do have Wi-Fi and all that at home, so it's unnecessary to use it, even though it's going to be faster. But that's it. I got the S5. I didn't want to wait until January or in March when the S6 comes out and pay that full price and do all that stuff again. Because the benefit of being with T-Mobile is there's no contract, and they have this plan where you could just what do you call it? Jump up. So every 6 months a new phone comes out, you can just jump up and do that. I'm not about that life, but I mean that's an option to have. I did not want to. If I was going to decide between this and a Note 4, and a Note 4 it's like $700, so I would have to put down like 4, and my bill would probably be like over $100 a month. So I didn't want to do that. And the guy told me that this bill would only be he told me it'd be 1. Like when I got quoted the first time, dude told me it was gonna be like 117, but the bill only ended up coming to being like $100 with the $10 for what is it called? $10 for the insurance and the $9.23 that I'm actually paying for the phone, like until it's paid off for 24 months. So that's also a cool thing right there. Finally made that switch though. Made that switch to the mobile. Always was like thought that T-Mobile was a trash network because the way it was marketed. Catherine Zeta-Jones and T-Mobile had the sidekicks and all that, and I thought they were corny. But I'm here now. I think they are going in the right direction. Sprint and AT&T, Verizon. Verizon is like, you know, they think they're gods, so they're just raping their customers. I mean, you pay for what you get for, you get good service, but they have the monopoly. They have, you know, the most people on their network, so they can do whatever they want to do. Sprint, they're struggling. Their network sucks. Their stuff sucks. They're getting better, I guess.
they claim, but T-Mobile seems to be going in the right direction for me, giving you the freedom, the no contracts, the jump program. It just seemed like that's the way to be. You know, you have more control. And I did want to have a bill that was close to $100. Like with Sprint, I was paying like $110, $115 for pretty much inferior service, not real 4G, you know. So I'm like, if I was paying $110, $115 for that, you know, paying $100 for this should be fine. That's my video. I'm about to eat this food or get out of here because these chairs are mad uncomfortable, sitting on like bar stools or whatever. And that's just the fight, guys. I'm out. Alrighty, so I am back. I've been playing around with the phone on first impressions with the phone and the service. I think the phone did have some minor improvements from the S4. I'm using my S4 to record this right now. It's definitely a few minor improvements from the last phone. One thing I noticed off the bat is being on Facebook. Like, I don't know if that's because of the service or if it's because of the phone, but like when there's like a video playing, it actually moves now. Like I could never get that done on my S4, and I don't know if that, again, I don't know if that's the service or if it's actually the phone that has, you know, better technology to where it allows the video to play. Like you can't hear the sound, but all that. But so far I think I've used 2 gigs of data already, which is, I have unlimited and whatnot, but that's only because of one of the app that I told you about earlier. I was using it and I had to be off the Wi-Fi to use that app because Verizon is a spy and, you know, they're a snitch and they watch what you download or whatever. But once I got off of that app, I was able to go back on the Wi-Fi, and you know, everything is smooth. Like I was saying, it's pretty much the same phone as the Note S4. Just so far, I see a lot of minor improvements. It's a lot smoother. I don't think I'm going to use the lock thing on here yet. I don't think that's pointless. Heart rate sensor thing is, as people knock it, but I think it is pretty cool, especially if you're into fitness or walking. It'll definitely come in handy tracking that. I actually use that. Yeah, so far so good. I tried to download like a movie from a uTorrent from like on my 3G, or because it was always in 3G on my my Note. On my S4 from Sprint. You know, it'll take like a year to download, and the phone will get extremely hot because of, you know, all the power it was taking to do that. I downloaded like 3 movies on this today, and it was like not even 10 minutes total for all 3 of them. Well, TV shows, not movies. I think I downloaded 3 TV shows, and it was like a 45 minutes episode shows, and it literally didn't take more than 10 minutes. So off the bat, I definitely feel the difference from Sprint and their network. It's way better. So far, I've been getting like 3 bars around the house, and I haven't noticed that being affecting me negatively or whatever. But that's pretty much it so far. My first impressions with T-Mobile. Everything's going smooth so far. I guess my next thing would be is what happens when I get my final bill from Sprint and take it to T-Mobile, and they're supposed to give me the card, you know, to replace the money, you know, to pay it off. Which, when they market it, they don't tell you that, you know, they're not gonna just pay it for you right then and there in the store. They wait till you get your last bill, and you bring the bill to them after you've already paid it, and then they reimburse you that way. So that'll be the next time I'll be at the at the T-Mobile store, and probably Five Guys again as well. But that's my video. So far, so good. One thing I did like though is like it was straightforward, man. Like when you go to Sprint, I've never been to Verizon AT&T, but like they try to get you to buy all the other bull crap, and it was just like straightforward. Dude was like, yeah, because he's like, make sure you get a case as I'm leaving out, and I'm like, yeah. But he wasn't trying to get me to buy one of their cases. He was just like, I'm like, that's cool that, you know, you're not trying to do that bull that Sprint does, where well, if you buy 3 accessories, you get the first one, you pay full price for the first one, you get the next 2, and then it's like, you know, you way overpay for the nonsense. You could have went, especially if the phone's been out a while. That's one of the things why I did want to go now, because like when the phone's been out for a while, you'll find cases for like under $20. You'll find extra battery packs, reasonable prices. Like after the phone's been out a while, when you go get the phone when it just comes out, you know, there's not a lot of third-party content out yet, so you're paying full price for everything. And that's one of the benefits of like waiting. Even if your contract comes out, wait about 4 or 5 months before you upgrade, things would be a lot cheaper. And that was cool though. It was like, he was, it was a different experience. Like, it was less of a trying to get you, I got you, like it is at Sprint. And I'm sure Verizon and T-Mobile, and AT&T are the same way. But it was just more like, keeping it real. This is what you're going to get. This is the improvement. This is how it's going to work. Yeah, boom. Everything was smooth. It wasn't, I didn't feel like I was getting something sold to me, right? I walked in there. I did my research. I knew what I wanted. And the bill actually, he quoted it, tax and all, he says it should be about $100 a month, which is way better than I was expecting. I walked in when I got quoted the first time a month ago. He told me it would be $117, but the price of the phone went down. That's the reason why I ended up getting the not the Note, because the Note was like $720. This was $500, and I put $300 down, so I only got like $200 to go, and that's freaking 24 months, $9.23 a month on the bill. So that's the main reason why I went with this phone, because it's like, I'm not really, like, I use my phone to watch movies, watch YouTube videos, sometimes listen to music or podcasts. Like, I'm not, like, those are things that are it. And as long as you can do all those well, I'm good. So the Note, I was thinking about trying it out, but it was like the extra $200 it cost for almost pretty much the same features. Wasn't really, a bigger screen size. Like, that wasn't really worth it for me. But that's my rant. I'm done. I'm out of... damn, the flash cut off on me. I'm out of Sprint, and yeah, they sent me like the email telling me like, what is your experience with Sprint? Like 1 to 5. I'm like 0. Like how what would you recommend to family? 1 to 5. I'm like 0. And like, well, could you please explain how you answer those questions? I'm like, your company sucks. Your service sucks, man. It's you're losing mad talent to Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile. But yeah, that's it. Sprint, you got to step your game up, homie. You're doing this marketing plan where you're slashing the prices, for people from leaving a better company, which they're paying more money for. But how do you do that and not look out for your current customers who've been dealing with all your slow data and your so-called 4G and your freaking throttled down 3G, which it seems like you even throttled down your 3G. I can count the number of times that my phone was in 4G. I don't know. I'm sounding bitter right now, but 10 years long been with Sprint. No longer. I'm out. We on that T-Mobile, that pink and white right there, yo. Chill.